Canola School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Alberta Canola Producers Commission, Sask Canola, and Manitoba Canola Growers.
All right, I'm Lyndsey Smith with RealAgriculture.com. I'm joined by Shawn Senko, agronomy specialist with the Canola Council of Canada. We are standing in one of the few very nice canola fields around Saskatoon. Let's talk Sclerotinia. How do we judge our risk? How do we control it?
Well, one of the factors would be the environmental conditions. So, we look at what the moisture conditions have been like this year. So we did have that wet early June. And also, if you look at the last couple of years, 2012, we had a really heavy Sclerotinia year. And you look at the average rainfall from April 1st to the end of June, it's much like 2012. We've got 150 to 200% across most of Saskatchewan. So its conditions are looking right. This particular crop, it's early morning. We're walking around and there's lots of dew. The wet pant test definitely it's passing that. You're looking for that good host. So the crop, good heavy canopy, thick canopy. Again, here we're seeing some large leaves. Really good crop.
So now, yeah, as you mentioned, we are experiencing super high rainfall, and in early June, so that gets the apothecia going,
yes,
right? That's what ends up spreading the spores that infect the plant. So there is actually a really helpful website to look at the germination, right? There's these apothecia depots. Tell me about those.
Yes, Ag Canada this year has sites across Saskatchewan where they've have agronomists planting a set number of apothecia and checking it on a daily basis, just to give an idea of when it's germinating. So just one more factor you can put into your risk scorecard to decide if it's worth spraying for the Sclerotinia.
Okay, so this crop is, let's maybe estimate what the bloom is here, because of course, maybe explain for us what part of the plant we're trying to protect when we apply a fungicide.
Mainly you're trying to protect the petals, so that's the food source for the Sclerotinia. So that's what will fall down into the branches of the plant and cause the infection. So you're trying to get good coverage on those petals, and it's usually those early petals that cause most of the damage, because those are the ones on the main raceme that fall in and cause the infection on the main raceme, which will be more of a total plant infection versus some of the side branching that won't do as much damage to the plant. Yeah. So on this particular plant, we've got about 18 open flowers, as well as some podding happening already. Approximately, we'd be nearing the end of timing, actually, probably in that 50% bloom or so. Still not too late, but if you were going to apply to this field, you'd be doing it in the next day or two.
Okay, and so let's talk about the variability. So now canola is one of those crops that we sort of always struggle with variability. But in this year, if you've got fields with drown out spots or low areas, how do you make the call on protecting the good areas with the drown out spots?
Yeah, if you've got drowned out spots and good producing areas, the good producing areas still are just as much risk as they were on a completely normal, good conditioned field. So it's still worthwhile protecting those good areas of the field. If possible, if you can spot spray, click the sprayer on and off when you're in the good areas and off when you're in the bad. That's perfectly fine. You're still going to have just as good efficacy in the good areas of the field. Depending on how variable the field is and how poor, it's still maybe worth applying to the entire field if it's too variable to be turning it off and on as well.
All right, thanks so much.